not more than that. Are you ready
Yeah,
for this
ready.
rapid fire round with David Lockhart?
Yes, yes, yes. Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, ready.
Hollywood. Okay, ready. Okay. Hollywood or martial arts? If you had to choose only one forever, it's very tough. Tell me, which one would you
Martial
choose?
martial arts. It's a way of life. Hollywood's just a location.
Oh, wow, that's a great answer. If your life was a movie, what would the title be?
The title of my movie would be The Expansionist.
That's me. I'm an expansionist. I'm a best example of it. That's great. So, the most badass action scene you ever filmed, any experience, pleasant or unpleasant, you had uh, on set, badass action, anything you did during action scenes. Did you
The
hit somebody?
the Crow,
I did.
the Purgatory 2. Um, yeah, that was it was the hours and hours of martial arts and me beating people up, and it was in this warehouse, and yeah, it was it
Did you
was
really beat people? Did you really did?
well, movie
Or,
beat up. Yeah, but it was fun. It
oh,
was like
okay.
huge people, but yeah, but I was put through the ringer. Like we did our own stunts. I was flung
My God.
downstairs, but like yeah, at the end the next morning I was pretty sore. But yeah, I think I beat up like 25 people. It was me versus like this horde of demons. Yeah, and I was through
Oh, crazy
catacombs,
that.
kicking people, and yeah, not a death. Well, spoiler alert. Yeah, there's a
So
death
one
there. But
actor you'd love to do an intense fight scene with. One actor. Tell
yeah,
me, who would that
uh,
actor be?
yeah. How often do you get to that? So that actually reminded me. So then, I was while I was making this movie, I was this super badass guy beating up like 25 people, but then I sort of forgot that I wasn't that guy, and in San Francisco, this we're shooting this other thing. These guys
That's so funny.
were catcalling this woman, and so I was like, hey, you better stop. You guys leave this girl alone, this woman alone. They're sort of like street people, street thugs. And one
Okay.
guy came up to me, and I was like, didn't back down. I was like, and then he was really quickly. He hit me in the face. He was so quick. But I was like,
Oh,
wow. I'm like, I didn't dodge it. I didn't block it. I was like, wow. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not
wow.
really that, I'm
You
not
was not
that much
prepared
of a
for that.
badass. But I think he was impressed that I didn't fall down. I sort of took it, but yeah, I didn't. I was like, wow, that's right. I'm not this. I can't really beat up 25 people all at the same time.
Wow. That's one hit you and you drop you
Yeah,
down. So
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
film role. So one film role that changed your life. It has come to my life. So maybe as an actor, it might have come to your life. One film role that changed your life, like
Well,
from within.
The Lockhart unleashing the talisman. That's my family story. That's what started me digging into my family history. Lockhart unleashing the talisman. Uh,
Okay.
Before that, I had no idea. I had no idea about my history. So that
Okay. So I want to know one more thing is
yeah.
what is your biggest insecurity and fear? Like, people do have insecurity. We all do have got. So what is one insecurity and fear you have got? It can be anything, losing or facing anything. What is that from within?
Right now, it is. Um, my fear is that with with the technology um, and AI or whatever the technology is, like
Mhm.
people are it's so easy not to take shortcuts now. Like
Hmm.
now AI could write scripts. You
Yes.
don't really need the actors. You don't really need, so it's adapting. It's being able to take all this technology and keep that passion inside of me, what I like to do, and maybe pivot a little bit. Like I don't know, the future's I guess is uncertain. So like, you know, uh, all the things I know, everything I've learned, it's changing, really. Of all the
Yes, it's changing faster. I mean,
yeah, very fast.
I'm
So
a AI fan. I love
right, I know
AI.
you're an AI fan too. Yeah, so it's like, and I talk to people about it, and it's like, well, you could utilize it and change it to whatever you're doing, but I hope that's the case, and so be like the water, see all this new technology that's coming down. But I am sort of pivoting to a lot of like live stuff now,
Mm.
live music shows, live theater productions, where you really you see the people right in front of you. So
The reactions are amazing when
yeah,
you do anything live. Yeah, but I'll
yes.
tell you one
Otherwise, I
thing:
don't know how
AI
the
can.
movie business is going to be very interested. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
See,
It's
I'll tell
the
you,
unknown, the
AI
great
can
unknown.
never, the fear which you have got, maybe it can replace human talent and skills. It can never do that because AI has come from our human brain, right? Some things AI cannot accomplish. We need human manpower, human organic skills. And I don't think one should be scared of that if you can balance it. We cannot completely depend on AI also. Sometimes AI can also go wrong. Yeah.
Right, right.
So yeah, it can
But
go wrong sometimes.
I did hear too that AI, like how they developed it right now, it's not quite ready. Like they need more power, or we need more power, and it's going to start eating itself up. And like in 2 years, it won't have enough information, so it's going to have to start over again. So like we're not quite there yet. So there's still some time to, to
Yeah, yeah,
figure it out.
it's a process. So
Yeah, yeah.
Monte-Rio Theatre, you'd prefer midnight horror marathon or classic movie night? What is, if given an opportunity, like, an option in Monte-Rio Theatre, you
Yeah,
get that midnight horror marathon,
yeah.
you'd put up an event, or classic movie night.
I think, to tell you the truth, I'm more of a classic movie night guy now. But yeah, I mean, we do it all. But yeah, I, first of all, I like to sleep, so I don't like to stay up too late anyway.
Okay.
Unless I'm like performing or something. But like the classic movies, the angles, like that, the passion that people had back in those classic films, they're pretty
Okay.
amazing. The writing, the passion. But I like them all. That's the thing. I like it. I like the mixture. I like the new movies. Like we showed The Brutalist last night. The weekend before
Mm.
we showed the animation Dogman. Now we're showing Captain America. We show old
Oh,
favorite
nice.
movies that my favorite movies I haven't seen in a while. Like Little
Oh,
Big
that's
Man with
great.
Dustin Hoffman. So I love the art form and dissecting into it. Because when you make movies, it's everything. It's the acting,
Involved.
the
Yeah.
movies, the music, the sets, the choreography, and everything coming together for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
That's the magic. And that's what I hope continues on through whatever technologies we develop. Um,
It will continue. You're very passionate, like me. And one more interesting question is coming out. This is for everybody out there, to the directors. David, one director you drop, you drop everything to work with. Like, see, this is a very important message. Maybe they might contact you after
oh
listening
yeah,
this.
yeah, George Lucas.
Okay.
If you need me for any of your Star Wars projects, well, he actually is not involved in the Star Wars anymore.
Oh,
Spielberg,
wow.
yeah.
Nice.
Well,
So,
any of them, I love them. In Tarantino, Coppola, the classics. Or
So I'm
yeah,
going to
so many good.
promote this part. I'll cut this part separately so that he gets this message a
Oh,
lot. Like,
thank you. Uh,
So one thing what people doesn't know about David A. Lockhart, like that's a secret part. That's a secret, secret David. What is it? One thing people don't know about you.
what one thing people don't know about me is that I actually have 3 belly buttons. Uh,
Really?
yes, I'll show you. No, I'm just joking. Okay, secret. Well, secret about David Lockhart is, gosh, what's a secret that I can let people know?
Oh, oh my God. You don't want to share. That's diplomatic. That's
I
David
think
is being diplomatic.
I'm pretty open. pretty open book. I don't know if they have too many secrets.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, you are like an open book.
sort of.
But there
Uh,
has to be something about you which people doesn't know.
I love reading history books. I love history. I love Native
History.
American history. That's not really a
Yeah,
secret, but I don't think that's something that people know about.
yeah.
Yeah, there'd be
I,
tons and tons of books about all the Native Americans and their plights and struggles and their way of life. I really find that very fascinating. Sioux, the
okay.
Cheyenne, Arapaho. Um, yeah, so I guess
That's
that's something
interesting.
people probably don't know about me. But
Okay. So, if you could be any superhero or action hero
mm,
for a day, who would you be?
my kid asks me that question. Um,
Yeah.
if I could be any superhero, it has to be Superman. You know, he could do it all. He could fly, speed of light. He's super strong. Yeah, that'd be. He could pretty much do anything. That would be the one to be for the day. Yeah,
Oh,
fly
nice.
around, fly over the country. Superman can even go back in time. He's not supposed
Yeah,
to though, but he
that's
can.
true.
He flies
You
around the
should
world.
make a, you know what? If you have a desire and your inner spirit is like a Superman, you should write a script and play that character. Let that spirit come out, And
I like that idea.
yeah, you should do it. Yeah, someday. So, what is the most rebellious thing you have ever done? Very quickly.
The most revealing.
Yeah, rebellious thing. The one of the most rebellious thing you have ever done. I think I'm very
Oh,
rebellious by
yeah.
nature.
I was naked in a play in college. I was the only naked
Oh,
person. Damn
even me
Yankees.
nudist.
They tricked me into it. They're like, you're going to be the naked guy in this play, but you're going to have like underwear on. You're not really going to be naked, but the audience is going to think you're
Oh,
naked. And I was like,
that
all right. I was like, all right. And then like a week later, getting closer to showtime, I'm like, well, you can't really have. You're going to have to really be naked. But don't worry, there's going to be a bench covering you, so the audience won't see
oh,
you. Your fellow actors will see you, but the audience won't see you. And I'm like, well, all right. And
oh
then
God.
then find they're like, the audience is going to see you too. You're going to be completely naked, naked for audience and everybody
Oh
in the
God. This
scene.
should be
Yeah, so
this
I was
should be the
naked
highlight of this second
4 days
episode.
a week, 4 days a week, for 7 weeks. And I remember we would do like
Okay.
morning shows too, like matinee show. Like old women were in the front row. I remember just like, because it's not really like it was Damn Yankees. It's not really it's not like Hair where you expect naked people, but like I was like, hey, blah blah blah, just get naked. I remember always hearing the gasps behind me because that was my rear was to the back.
Oh God.
And then the staff, the rest of the cast saw the front there. But after a while, I didn't. It was like I didn't even care anymore. After like I was really
Yeah.
nervous up to the first show, but after the first show, it was like another. I was like, okay. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh, here I'm naked. Okay, now what's the next scene? I need to find my shoes. Because you're thinking, all right,
It happens.
it was just one more scene.
It
After a while, it was
goes
just one more
away.
scene. Yeah, it
In
was sort of fun
London,
hearing the gasps
yeah.
of the
So
matinee
see,
shows.
In London, there are a lot of plays like that theater. There are characters who are new. They do very good lighting in video,
Mm,
and the audience are amazing. They are very serious audiences and very serious, and as well as very respectful too. I have seen in London a lot of plays. They have characters which are very artistically placed on stage, and they come nude. And for me, I understand the point of view because I'm a nude art artist
right.
for painters,
Yeah.
photographers. Now, recently in Christina's Empress also the
Right.
journey of being the sculpture, I shared my images. Actually, I
Yeah.
became like a sculpture,
Your arts,
and then
your arts. Yeah. What you said, the lighting's really good, very beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
very
This was
beautiful.
very
And
bright.
then you
My
don't
new
feel
scene was very bright. There was no good light. It was just like bright light. Like people were
it's not
blinded
about that. You
from
don't
my
feel
backside.
anything. See, I'll tell you, when we work on a set nude, like, the set is about like 100 people sometimes, right?
Right.
And
Right.
then for 1 minute, you feel something, and then next minute, neither I am feeling, nor those people around me are feeling, nor the audience would feel anything, because we are not an object at that time. It's more of a subject. Like, you go out of your physical body, then you feel, oh, you're not even feeling anything, nothing. Like, you're just doing the scene or doing those characters. And for me, I've seen new, like, artists in fashion industry, in modeling, or in films, man and woman both. We don't I've directed also, by the way, some scenes.
Right.
Very interestingly, yeah. I mean, I have taught aesthetics of nudity to for men and women, and there are, I mean, like, a lot of people are always there on set. Like, huge,
Oh yeah, yeah.
bigger production. Nobody cares. Like, that's the
Right after a
best
while.
part about it. And
Yeah.
then there was a time I've lost my sensitivity. I was like, do I even feel sensitive? Because I've seen so much people nude on set and
Right. Right.
working
Yeah.
in
After a
this
while.
industry, myself and others, like, so no, this is very common. Now I don't feel anything, so I really understand about it, like, so we are coming to the end of this episode, but this would be the highlight of this episode.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sure people would love it to know more
This
about this.
is
So
a good interview.
yeah, so describe yourself in 3 words, quickly. Quick, I'm not going to give this time. This is like a psychological test. Like, describe yourself.
Strong, funny, passionate. Strong, funny, and
Yes.
passionate.
Passionate is something I can see, it's overflowing the brim. Like, anything you do in your life, I've seen that in your work.
Oh,
um,
thank you.
Drive is there, that fire and passion inside you. So one piece of advice to your younger self, like if you travel back in time and you meet your younger self, so one piece of advice you'd give, like the mistakes you made and the success part also.
Um, I mean, one thing would be all the lessons I've learned in life, but also maybe I want to tell my young self that, because part of the learning the lessons is going through it. So you have to go through it maybe to learn them. Um, One thing I did drop this agent one time. I'll tell him not to drop drop this one agent, because
Oh,
yeah, that was a good agent. Yeah, I but that's about it. Maybe a couple small things.
well, that's it for this episode with David Lockhart. The recording was going on. I just lost him. Maybe the location he is, and the connection just went off. But we almost finished that interview, and I'd love to thank David for this wonderful interview and giving his time. And I truly appreciate his time right now. And we'll catch up soon in the next episode with more interesting personalities. Thank you so much and take good care of yourself.